So far, an absolute thriller. You had Justin Herbert and the Chargers visiting Drake Maye and the Patriots. The Patriots bringing the playoffs back to Foxborough. Fourth quarter, Pats are up 9-3. This is Drake Maye. This is Kayshon Boutte.
Ball placement matters. Ball has to be on that hitch on the left shoulder so he can turn away from that inside defender yards after the catch.
Speaking of ball placement, watch this throw to Hunter Henry.
Yeah, 6 offensive linemen, play action, sail route. Hunter Henry goes kind of corny. You got to keep it high because that underneath defender, you cannot throw the football better by Drake Maye.
Look at Derwin James just inches away. Drake Maye in the second half was 11 of 14 for 173 yards and a touchdown. Meantime, Rex, Justin Herbert was just getting beat to shreds the entire day.
Oh, no question.
Look at this hit.
Look at that. And that's been him. They can't protect him all season. And all of a sudden, the big man finally hit it. He finally wilted. Yep. He finally wilted.
Look, they lost their offensive tackles early this year. One of them before the season even began, Rashawn Slater, and then Joe Alton, and that was basically all she wrote. That's a fourth down sack from Milton Williams. Patriots had 6 sacks on the day. Williams fired up. Vrabel fired up. Patriots go on and win it by a score of 16-3. Wasn't necessarily the prettiest performance, but after the dust had settled, the Patriots had leapfrogged the Broncos and become the top seed, not the top seed, I should say, but the favorite at DraftKings Sportsbook to be the AFC representative in the Super Bowl now. They moved past the Broncos. In fact, you see there the Bills are past as well. They will get the winner of Houston and Pittsburgh tonight, while the Broncos off the bye will get the Bills and Josh Allen. So D Wood, a Patriot team. You know what Patriot championship caliber teams look like, with young quarterbacks making runs that they weren't necessarily expected to make. You were there when that happened a generation ago. What are we seeing in this team right now?
The league should be worried. This is only the beginning. They are a Mike Vrabel coach team. They're well coached. They got a bunch of rookies. Playing a bunch. That to me, that's the aspect that's not talked about enough. I think the Patriots have the third or fourth most snaps by rookies of any team in the National Football League that's contributing. They are a young team. They got a superstar quarterback. Man, this Patriots team is for real.
Yeah, D Wood, your point about the rookies with all the contributions and all that. The other 3 teams that were ahead of them were absolutely horrible. Atrocious. They're playing them out. What the hell?
If you added up all the wins of the 4 teams that had the most snaps from rookies this year, if you took the other 3 and added up all of their wins, it was fewer than the Patriots.
Right.
That's the point that we're making here. They're playing with rookies and they're playing great with a young quarterback. Is there something we need to know?
Well, yeah, we could.
Talking about the Eagles getting knocked out, the play that delivered the knockout blower, at least one of them, is one of the most creative and fun plays we've seen in the league all season long.
The table was set for it beforehand, though. Okay, this is going to be the second to last play in the third quarter. Second down, a couple things to pay attention to. Number 1, San Francisco in their shrunk split. 2 things. Kyle takes this receiver at the bottom. They go in jet motion, and they're going to hand the ball off to him. 2 things to pay attention to. When this receiver goes in jet motion, does that defender cornerback-wise follow? Quinyon Mitchell follows him. Check for San Francisco to pay attention to. The second thing is as McCaffrey goes and makes that play fake, okay? After you hand the ball off to the jet sweep and McCaffrey's coming this way, does everybody on the defense pay attention to that jet sweep? You got vision here, vision here. They're all watching the receiver running with the football, and they have vacated this backside. So Kyle Shanahan's like, okay, I just handed that jet sweep off, faked it to McCaffrey, no one paid attention to him. So that gets them to 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1, they run the quarterback sneak, quarter's over. Between third quarter and fourth quarter, we had the conversation. Hey, remember when we hand that ball off to jet sweep? Everybody on Philly's defense was paying attention to the handoff. No one protected the backside. All right, so let's get into another shrunk down formation. Here comes the motion. Now, does that defender follow? When they run this jet sweep, does that defender follow? Absolutely. Okay, well, if they follow him, does that mean that the backside, after they do that, is it going to be paying attention to that handoff? Absolutely. Now, this backside defense is paying attention because the last time they did it, they handed it off. Is anybody left in the deep half of the field, the deep third of the field? Absolutely not. McCaffrey, look at the Eagles defense. They're all looking here. They're all looking here. No one's paying attention to the most important San Francisco 49er left onto the field. Jennings fakes it. No one's deep third for the Philadelphia Eagles defense. It's a great throwing catch. This catch by Christian McCaffrey.
Great catch.
You can't find some of the best wide receivers in the NFL to make that catch, but Christian McCaffrey can. But the awareness of Kyle Shanahan to run that jet sweep at the end of the third quarter, realize that Philadelphia was not paying attention to McCaffrey, and then to come back in the perfect moment to start the quarter, wins them the football game.
That is such a good tape, because to see that stuff that no one at home is
That's why
recognizing.
Kyle's Kyle.
And that's why Kyle Shanahan is the elite coach that he is. A remarkable play, and a reminder that Jawan Jennings was a 4-star quarterback in high school. We saw him throw a touchdown in the Super Bowl, and now we see him with that play yesterday. And you know, Rex, I mean, you're a coach forever. You're a coaching lifer. And I know how much respect you have for Kyle Shanahan.
Oh, yeah.
This might be as good a coaching job from him as we've ever seen, not only from him, but just about anybody when you consider all they've lost this year.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, his defense coordinator, Robert Saleh, too, has done an amazing job. But, yeah, and you know what? He doesn't worry about who he doesn't have. They just move on. And why? He reminds me of Bill Walsh. And Bill Walsh would always say you got to have 11 good players on defense, but not necessarily on offense. I can control who gets the football. That's what great coaches do. We've seen other teams that might have a great star and they can't get them the football. Great ones find ways to get their best players the football regardless. And this was another great example of how you're going to get Christian McCaffrey on, by the way, nobody. Amazing coaching. Amazing.
Parenthetically, Shefty just whispered in my ear, I need to take this call. So stand by. Anything, could be anything, quite literally anything. So the 49ers go on. They go back and play the same game that we just saw. It'll be on a Saturday. We just saw it on a Saturday a couple of weeks ago at Seattle. That one, this one was in the first one was in San Francisco. That was for the 1 seed. Seattle went in there and beat them. The Niners get a little bit of the short end of the stick here. I'm sure there are reasons in the schedule-making department why this is happening, but the Bears and Rams will play on Sunday. Both those teams played Saturday. The Niners will go to Seattle. They'll play on Saturday despite having played on Sunday. So they get a little bit of the short end of the stick.
That's a real short end of the stick.
Right. You got a short week.
They got screwed. Let's just be frank about it.
Okay,
there you go.
enough.
What he said.
That's a nice way to say it.
Yeah.
But to me, at this point, why would we stop believing in them, right? I mean, there's nothing left to believe in. When George Kittle goes down in the second quarter, I thought to myself, like, they might as well just end the game now. They have no one left to play with. What they are doing is nothing short of ridiculous.
They're a team you're really rooting for. With all the injuries that the San Francisco 49ers have sustained and continue to go on the road. By the way, the Philadelphia Eagles, that's one of the hardest places to win in the postseason.
Yeah.
And with the amount of bodies that they had left to go in there and beat through the reigning Super Bowl champions was unbelievable. And all you guys talk